Dean Zaire. Thank you, Carlson graduate class of 2016, for having me as your student speaker. Thank you to my family, and especially thank you to my wife, Carolina, without whose patience I would not be able to work full-time and finish this program in 2 years. I will start by recalling the Carlson School of Management's statement of purpose: inspiring and enabling individuals and organizations to create a brighter future. I will speak to how this school has prepared us to manifest this purpose, and also to a topic near and dear to me, which is perseverance through the resistance of challengers. My journey with the school started long before my MBA program. As a first-generation immigrant from Afghanistan, my family took refuge here in the United States. We resided in the historic Cedar Riverside apartment complex right across the street from Carlson. From my small bedroom window, I watched in the 90s as the Curtis L. Carlson School building was built, and then again in 2008 with Hanson Hall. Being one of 8 brothers, all of whom attended the University of Minnesota, I spent quite some time on campus as a child, walking through crowds, biking on the sidewalks, and attending campus community events, never thinking that I would one day attend an MBA program in one of the state's most prestigious business programs. And I would be remiss if I didn't give a nod to the many generous grant and scholarship programs that supported my family and I through this journey of education and opportunity. Fast forward a few years, I found myself in an Intro to Strategic Management course. Having studied electrical engineering in my undergrad here at the College of Science and Engineering, I was always obsessed with the how of a problem, diving headfirst into building a solution. But this strategic management course allowed me to take a step back and ask why. After the second or third lesson, I had fallen in love with the topic of business strategy. This inspiration continued to grow as I attended class after class, listening to moving stories of various instructors and acclaimed guest speakers. I learned that any business can improve its positioning, that a drug addict can turn around a situation to start a pillow company that grossed nearly $1 billion, and that the importance of taking a break during class before the Starbucks in Hanson Hall closed. I've also learned tremendously about soft sciences, such as politics, culture, and ethics, from experiences such as a course trip to Dubai and Oman, where we learned about economic development in the Middle East. Serving multiple years on the Board of Governors to advocate for students, and even testifying to the Senate regarding a higher education bill. I'd never been this invigorated by anything in my life, let alone school. Eager to apply my learnings in the workplace, I often took lessons directly from our courses and presented them to my team at work. For the first time, I was proud to be called a nerd. How could you work and not be excited about the possibility of more efficient operations, higher profits, and more ethical practices? My coursework in strategy, marketing, finance, operations, and other aspects of business management not only inspired me to create a brighter future, it enabled me. I now had the knowledge and therefore the responsibility to make a positive impact. In addition to a very helpful career center, we are also endowed through our experiences with each other. From empowering student groups and paid happy hours to trips abroad and case competitions, this school strives to put the right minds together in the room to create value. One of the most important and valuable takeaways we have will be the connections we've made at this school. Sure, we'll send a LinkedIn request and not keep in touch for years, but there will come a day when one of us has that vision of a brighter future, and we'll need equally educated minds to come together and make it a reality. So now we have the inspiration, education, and network to make a difference in the world. But what about those who seek to resist a challenge to the status quo? We're told every day that change is not possible. This shouldn't be a surprise as we ignore scientists about climate change, but then listen to a groundhog for weather predictions. I've had countless people in my own world tell me that I cannot achieve my goals, that a business organization cannot be a winner, and that the world cannot be better. I most respectfully disagree. These resistors will never cease to exist and should be used as a temperature check to ensure we're headed in the right direction. Understand that their biggest challenge are their own limiting views, and always strive to prove them wrong. Challenging the status quo and solving tomorrow's problems never resonated louder with me than while I was writing this speech last month. I looked down at my lap and saw my newborn daughter, only 1 week old, peacefully asleep. I wondered to myself, what am I doing all of this for? What kind of world do I want my child to grow up in? Personally, it is my hope that the attainment of this degree will contribute towards my dream of a more peaceful, technologically advanced, and educated world. So my fellow graduates, I leave you with this. Take inspiration in the education you received at the Carlson School of Management to create a brighter future. Never let resistors control your destiny. And finally, dream big. As my best friend once said to me, if you aren't being laughed at, you aren't dreaming big enough. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2016.